Week 16 takes us to Paycor Stadium as our 13-1 New York Giants face the 8-6 Cincinnati Bengals. Our Giants enter today leading the NFL with 3,085 rushing yards. Second place is Vegas with 1,550. And for the Bengals, they have already played 3 games against the NFC East. They're 3-0. They average 39 points per game and only give up 15. They've played incredible as welcome back to the Madden 23 franchise. As always, if you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share as another interconference matchup as we go to Paycor Stadium and play the Bengals, who won the NFC North the past couple years now. You know, obviously they lost that Super Bowl in 2021. The 2022 year they lost, and last year and they lost to the Ravens in the wild card. As here's O.J. Howard, second year with the Bengals, a career-high 791 receiving yards this year on his third team in 4 years. And for our Giants, Saquon Barkley last week, 3.4 yards per attempt. That was the second lowest mark of the year. His only lowest mark was Week 10 against Philadelphia, 2.7. He had a slow week against Washington. He always does. And for our Giants, a lot on the line. If they win today, they clinch the 1 seed. The Bengals, if they win today, they can get back in the playoff race as Presley is back deep for the Bengals. The Giants win the toss and have deferred. And a Sunday cold afternoon, we are underway. Slide kicks it 2 yards deep. Presley will bring it out. And across the 20, he gets rocked by Kendricks, and here's Joe Burrow. The third Pro Bowl quarterback. He has 33 touchdowns, 4283 yards, a passer rating north of 100. And this is the fourth-ranked scoring offense. We'll talk about Lyle Collins, who won a Pro Bowl. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins didn't make it, but they were really good. They drafted Will Derby in the second round. Alonzo Gibson, the right guard, he was drafted in the first round. Chuck Michaels, they drafted last year. And Juwan James, they brought in free agency this year. Of course, Collins and Karras, they brought in 2022. First down, and they fake it to Mixon on the first play. Burrow escapes Lawrence and finds Mixon for 4. Giants defense has really fallen off a cliff with the loss against Pittsburgh and the defensive struggles against Washington. Even though they started to get them, they got them in the first half. It was a big struggle again in the second half for the defense. See if they can do it against Cincinnati, who was really scored at ease this year. Mixon loses a yard. Third down, the Bengals 12th in the league, tied with 4 other teams, including Minnesota and Seattle. 3rd and 7. Burrow hit as he's thrown. He finds the backup running back, Garrison. He loses a yard and a 3-and-out. Here's Wisnowski, the former 49er. We'll punt it to Leon Boss from the 19-yard line. He returns, tackled on first contact in the 26. And here's Jonathan, leads the NFL in passing touchdowns with 42. Patrick Mahomes in second with 41. Let's take a look at the rest of the offense, which is taken off again this year. They score at ease. I mean, it has been nothing short of incredible. They score 50 points a game, it feels like. And all they need is another one of those showcases. Hopefully you get the win. The defense does their put-ups there in the bargain. And they're the 1 seed. They can coast the last 2 weeks of the year. And they start with a fake. Jonathan deep drop hit as he's thrown. It is caught by Ridley into Bengals territory. Tackled with a gain of 27 by Blaylock. And here is the Bengals defense. Joshua Blaylock is a rookie, and they have 2 Pro Bowlers in the secondary. Chidobe Awuzie, who was Defensive Player of the Week a week or 2 ago. Daxton Hill, also a Pro Bowler. They run 3 safeties out there. You saw the rest of the defense as first down and 10. And a keeper for Jonathan, trying to get the edge, and slides over the leaping try of Awuzie. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6 from the 42. And they give to Barkley on the outside. Saquon Barkley as a first. So you take a look at the playoff race. If the Giants lose this game, as you can see, first-rate third down offense, it doesn't really hurt them, as there's a flag down that's going to come back. It doesn't hurt them since this is interconference. They haven't played Seattle. That's who they're racing right now for the 1 seed. So this game won't hurt him if they lose it. 3rd and 15. Deep drop and a deep throw. Wide open. And he's going to score. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin. 22 on the year. And the Giants strike first here in Cincinnati. 5 minutes into it. A 38-yard score after the penalty. Say they don't need it. And Sly makes it 7-0. So the Bengals take over. After a 6-play, 78-yard drive, here's the kick by Sly. And Presley, take it from the goal line. Across the 20. Hey, he loses the ball, and Cooper falls on it. Belton forced it out, his second of the year. And the Giants take over in the red zone. Where they're 28th in the NFL. They really picked it up the last couple weeks from the 16. The keeper for Jonathan. And he gets the block, and he's in for the touchdown. And the 14th score makes it 14-0 here in the first. And back-to-back offensive plays result in 6. And Sly makes it 7 as it's 14-zip. And so 1st and 10, Bengals take over from the 22. And to give to Mixon. And Mixon breaks a tackle, picks up 8. So now it's 3rd and 2. And 3 tight ends, they go to Mixon, and has enough, just barely, for the first. 2nd and 6. On the 36, Mixon motions out. So an empty set for Burrow. Take the play clock down to 6. Quick pass, wide open. Biggest play of the day is Jamar Chase into Giants territory. So now it's 3rd and 5. 2 tight ends set. 4-man rush. Quick pass. Outbreaker is dropped by Higgins. And they will kick. Evan McPherson, worst year of his career, 73% rate. This is from 61. On its way. And that would have been good from 65. What a kick. From way downtown as the Giants take over from the 28. And give to Barkley. Met by Bates, but has the first. Looking to get that ground game going. I mean, obviously they have all year, but sometimes they're inefficient. Today it looks like they are efficient. Jonathan loses the ball, and it's going to be picked up by the Bengals. Hendrickson has a lane, and Hendrickson will score. Trey Hendrickson makes it a game. His first career touchdown in year 8. It's his 4th year in Cincinnati. And they pulled it within 1 score. The Giants had an opportunity to put this game out of reach in the first quarter. And instead, it's a 1-score game. So 4 points now of the lead. Giants take over 3rd and 9. From the 26. 4-man rush. Pressure. Hit. And a sliding grab by Ridley. Jonathan's had a really good start to this game. 2nd and 7. And a keeper. They're not going to shy away from the QB run. Cross midfield. Broken tackle by Blaylock and out of bounds at the 43. A 1st down. Under 4 to play. First quarter. Back to Barkley they go. Gets the edge. Chased and tackled by Bell. 2nd and 1. From the 35. Deep drop. And over the middle. In traffic. It is caught by McLaurin. So 1st down. And approaching the red zone again. Give up the middle. Barkley runs into McLaurin and fights all the way to the 12. We'll take a look at the red zone defense for the Bengals. 9th in the NFL. 48% touchdown rates. As Jonathan going to go down with a gate loss of 4. Daxton Hill. It's 3rd and 10 now. Final minute of this first quarter. Then we'll throw. Hit. Underneath. Downing. Can you get the edge? No. It's 4th and inches, and they will go for it. Here on the goal line, they will pass up the opportunity to go up by 7 as the second quarter begins. Give to Barkley on 4th and inches. Lowers the shoulder. He is in. Touchdown, New York. And that is career touchdown number 80 for Saquon Barkley. It is 20-10, and with this kick by Sly, the lead's now 11. A long drive, 12 plays, 6 minutes, just about. Bengals take over here in the second quarter. This is just their 3rd drive of the half. Give to Mixon. Up the middle, he has the first. 3rd drive of the half. I mean, they have the field goal drive, or the punt, and then the field goal drive. Remember, the touchdown was a defensive score as Burrows completed his 10th attempt, and we'll take a look at it. Only 1 over 10 yards. He's 6 for 10, 35 yards. It's been a struggle early on to get anything going on offense. The Bengals are within 2 scores, and they really make it interesting if they score again here. Fake it to Mixon. Burrow protected. Pressured, hit. Ball's knocked around and incomplete at the feet of the lineman. So it's 3rd and 2. From a 43, 2 tight end set, they go back to Mixon. Oh, he shoves him off. Shrugs off another into Giants territory, out of bounds at the 33. So another first down as the Bengals starting to pick up yardage on the ground. And they motion Chase and give it to him. Jamar Chase tackled by Kendrick but picks up 7. 3 tight ends now on 2nd and 3. Back to Mixon outside. Cuts it up and falls forward to the 22. Bengals are in the red zone. They are the 11th ranked team, tied with Tennessee. They score 61% of the time. Burrow 360 somehow gets away. Mixon to the 9. It is 1st and goal. Giants defense 2nd in the NFL. Washington's fallen below 30 or above 30 now thanks to last week's game. 1st and goal. Burrow and so to Chase, knocked away by Jackson. Great play by their best corner. 2nd and goal. 4-man rush, check it down. It is Mixon, met by Robinson and rocked by Payne. 3rd and goal. Can the Giants get another goal line stand? Burrow. Time, end zone, wide open, touchdown, Cincy. O.J. Howard ties a career high with 6 touchdowns this year. He's done that in 2022 with Houston and 2017 as rookie year with Tampa Bay. And the Bengals back on the board. They are not going away yet. Kick is up and good, 21-17. So the lead back down to 4. A great drive by Cincy. 3rd and 6, Giants take back over. There's a quick pass up the seam. He's got Downing, and Downing with a gain of about 14. We'll take a look at Jonathan's first 10 passes. 8 for 10, 113, and a touchdown. 2 over 20, 5 over 10, sorry. As he's only missed 2 passes today. It has been a clinic. 1st down and 10. Back to Barkley they go. Trying to get the edge. He can't. Forced out of bounds by Chidobe Awuzie. 2nd and 9. Jonathan. Time into Cincinnati territory. It's Ridley. And another first gain of 10. Halfway mark first half. Quick flip to McLaurin. Gets the edge. Oh, look at the shove off. And another first. So Jonathan's only missed 2 passes early on. He's been lights out. 2nd and 8. Back to Barkley they go. Barkley inside the 20. And back in the red zone. Or back out of it. 3rd and 12. Jonathan. Hit. And sliding grab. Downing is going to give up some forward progress. It's 4th and 2. They're going to go for it again. In scoring range. They want 7s. They don't want 3s. Give it to Barkley inside the 5. He's down to the 4. They know how explosive the Bengals offense is, so they are not going to leave it to chance. 1st and goal. They go to Barkley. Inside the 5 and down. Actually, put him at the 5. 3-minute mark. 2nd quarter. This is going on minute 7 of the drive as he is short of the goal line. 3rd and goal. Final play for the 2-minute warning. If it's inbounds, but it's a touchdown instead. McLaurin gets his 3rd straight game with 2 touchdowns. And the Giants make it the lead 11 again with 2:26 on the clock. There's the kick by Sly. 28 in the first half. It was a 15-play, 7.5-minute drive. This is the 4th drive of the day for the Bengals. They have not held the ball often. Their longest drive, of course, was the 5-minute drive the last time. Other than that, they have not held the ball. 3rd and 2 as we've reached the 2-minute warning. They send the house. Burrow's protected. Timing throw to Higgins has it through the contact of Boss into Giants territory. Final 80 seconds. 3rd and 8 under center. Burrow protected. Deep shot. Chase incomplete. What a play by Jackson. And they're going to try the long field goal. McPherson made from 61. This from 58 on its way. And it is hooking no good. He missed. He had the distance, but he missed right as the Giants take over. 69 seconds remain from the 48. Deep throw to Ridley on the sideline. Makes the grab, but he's inbounds. Awuzie makes the tackle inbounds. I'll hurry. And it's 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. 42 seconds remain. Quick throw to McLaurin. He's short. Timeout, New York. Now it's 3rd and 2. From the 22-yard line. Quick throw is almost a pick six by Shaq Thompson. They will go for it on 4th and 2. Been aggressive all day. They won't change that now. Blitz is picked up. Jonathan's throw wide open is McLaurin inside the 5. It's 1st and goal. They'll call that 2nd timeout with around 12 seconds. They do have another timeout, and they will use it after the run play. If it doesn't get in, Barkley the end zone is down to the 1. Timeout, and they will throw. Play inbounds ends the half. 7 seconds remain. Jonathan will throw. It will run. Time expiring. End zone. He's in. Touchdown, New York. His 4th rushing touchdown game of the year. As the Giants leave 1 second on the clock with this kick by Sly, they'll have 35 in the half. They open up an 18-point lead here in Cincinnati heading into the break. And, of course, don't forget, they get the ball out of it. So they can really put the Bengals out of it as a 7-play-minute drive. As Sly boots it away to end the half. And Presley will try to make a miracle happen. Presley loses the ball. If they return it, that would have been disastrous. Instead, Belton forces his 2nd fumble. It's picked up by Blassingame. It goes down as the Bengals' 2nd turnover, and they go in the locker rooms down 35-17. That's an 18-point deficit, so they're going to have to really turn it around. The Giants get the ball out of the break as we take a look at the first half tendencies. The Giants ran inside over 40% of the time. They got 4.4 in attempts. So Barkley already a much better bounce-back performance than Washington's game as the Bengals threw it short just over half the time with a completion percentage of 75%. But they're going to need some chunk plays as the Giants get the ball first, and we are underway here in the 2nd half. From the 2-yard line is Payne. He'll return it. Yeah, across the 20 into the 25 as we'll take a look at the first half drives. They've had 6 drives, and 2 of them over 5 minutes, close to 2 of them over 6 minutes. The 12-play and 15-play touchdown drives. I mean, those are back-breaking. I mean, there's nothing else to say about it. They just held the ball. They've converted every 3rd down. Actually, the only 3rd downs they haven't converted, they've converted on 4th down as Jonathan will start with a move outside. He picks up 11 in the 1st down. He's in the zone, by the way. I mean, the only time they've been stopped was the turnover. Give to Barkley, he's going to lose 5. But even when the Bengals get these negative plays, the Giants have been able to convert anyway. 2nd and 15. Throw is offline and intercepted. Intended for Downing. It's Logan Wilson. And Wilson picks up his 2nd this year. The only other was against Washington. As we'll take a look at the Bengals' first half drives. They only have 4. Of course, one of the Giants drives into a defensive touchdown. But you had the punt, the field goal, the touchdown, and then finally the missed field goal before half. They had a lot of momentum going, then they stalled out. They ended up with a missed field goal that led to another Giants 7. They could have made it 28-20. That would have been a very manageable first half deficit as Howard takes inside the 20, Burrow over 100 yards. Instead, they're going to hope to make it a 2-score game here as they're inside the red zone, and a false start's going to take them to the 18. 3rd and 9 now. So first penalty on the day on the Bengals. The Giants have 1, also a false start. It's 3rd and 9, end zone. Backpedaling, touchdown, T. Higgins. He backed his way in. His first touchdown since week 12. The Bengals back in it. Boy, did they need that. They got 7 off the turnover. And so the Giants today, 2 turnovers. And the Bengals have 14 points. Unfortunately for the Bengals, luck is also in the Giants' favor. The Bengals have 2 turnovers. And the Giants have 7 points, of course. One of them came with 0 seconds on the clock, so it really isn't a turnover. Bellinger on the outside has the grab. 2nd and 6 from the 44. Another keeper for Jonathan. Oh, what a shifty move, and drags Bell for 5. Oh, so it's 3rd and an inch. 39, fake it. Going deep, wide open is Bellinger. And Belly out of bounds at the 16. Jonathan at 257 yards. Bellinger, his first 2 grabs on the day of that drive. First and 10, end zone shot to Barkley. He's got it for the touchdown. A career high 6 this year for the superstar running back. His second straight game with a receiving score. Giants break 40, and they made the lead 18 again. This kick by Sly is up and good, and what an eventful first 5 minutes of the second half. Don't even need time. That's not the back-breaking 5 to 7 minute drives. Bengals take over, second and 10. Burrow in the zone, floater deep for Higgins. He's got it. In a foot race with Boss inside the 20. He is down inside the 10. And that is how you flip a step around. I mean, that is quite the flip the field. First and goal. Pass is broken up for Howard. I mean, I can't believe it. Burrow was barely over 100. Now he's closing in on 200 with just one throw. Second and goal. They motion Derby. Flip it to him. Derby gets the block from Higgins. And these Bengals won't go away. The second round pick gets his 11th of his rookie campaign. And the Bengals have broken 30. Here's the kick by McPherson. The lead now down to 11. 42-31. So the Giants will have to respond again. They'll start at the 28. They outgained the Bengals by over 100 yards. But of course, the turnover, what makes it close is Jonathan up the middle at the first. So it's 3rd and 3. Halfway third quarter, gave it to Barkley up the middle. Barkley! Not going to give it, and they're going to go for it again on 4th down. They've gotten all their 4th downs so far. As Barkley shifts into the slot to the left of Jonathan. Play clock down to 2. They'll snap it and throw it to Bellinger. He's got it, the sliding grab, and another first. Now 3rd and 4. Underneath, Barkley trying to get the edge. He does inside the 30 and a pickup of 10, another first. Jonathan closing in on 300 here in the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. 2nd and 7. Quick pass to Birdie, and Downing has another gain of 6. It's 3rd and 1. Back in the red zone. Go the Giants. And a keeper. Jonathan has the first. Inside the 5. Makes a cut. Going to the end zone. He's down to the 1. A pickup of 14. It's 1st and goal from the inch line. Can they cash in again? Fake it. Jonathan. Awkward throw. Touchdown New York. It's Juwan Johnson. 3rd of the year. And the Giants are just trying to keep pouring on. It's back. The lead's back up to 18. It's 49-31 with this kick by Joey Sly. A 6-minute drive, 12 plays. And there's the backbreakers drives we just talked about. Bengals take over. They shift around from the 25-yard line. They'll start with a throw. Burrow protected. They'll throw over the middle. Is caught by Derby. Breaks a tackle. Derby loses it. And it's one-handed by White. He picks it up. Goes to the sideline. Tries to give the Giants 50. He does. Touchdown New York. His 3rd of the year. And the Giants finally get the play to break it open. Here's the kick by Sly. The lead's now 25. 31-56 with 2:34 on the clock. Bengals take over 3rd and 11. Burrow has time. Flips it downfield and should have been picked, but Jackson wanted to swat. And the Giants take over. Final 30 seconds, 3rd and 8. And Jonathan will throw. Middle caught. Belly has it. And another first. Jonathan over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. The 1 interception is a blemish, but other than that, he's been incredible. 3rd and 3. Jonathan throws again. It is caught with a sliding grab by Terry. So 1st down, trying to really milk the clock. Terry over 100 yards. That's a scheduled tweet. Jonathan on the run has it for another 10 and a first. Jonathan's over 100 yards rushing. The NFC Offensive Player of the Week. 3rd and 3. He's going to be swarmed. And for the first time today, They're not going to score a touchdown on a drive. They're going to kick it with Sly, who's been 95% of the year, only missed from 62. This is a chippy from 37 on the swing, good. 59-31, the lead now 28. As the Bengals with 10:19 to play. Try to get some pride going into next week, as this one just about over to the rookie Derby. And well, Derby has a first. Burrow over 200 yards now, as they look to get something going on offense. They have, they have 31, but of course 7 have come on defense. 24. I mean, we talked about this team when we've seen them play the NFC East teams. Those are the games we see. They've scored 39 points a game, and they've only given up 15. Obviously, we knew it's 3rd and 2. That pass was caught by Howard, a rare grab by him. Obviously, we knew the 15 points a game allowed wasn't going to hold up, but this has been really struggling. Obviously, the Giants also have a defensive touchdown, but they're still over 50 no matter what. 3rd and 3. As Burrow over the middle, White couldn't hold on. It's going to be 1st and goal. So the Giants are going to, on all likelihood, go to the 1 seed. Halfway 4th quarter, they go to Mixon. They Mixon down to the 7. Averaging 5.4 to carry, but only 54 yards. Not enough today, as Mixon's average is going to go down. He lost a yard. So it's 3rd and goal at the 6-minute mark of this game. From the 8, Burrow, end zone, intercepted, and that will do it. Kaiser White ends it with his 4th pick of the year, a career high. And the Giants are going to go on to win it, 59-31, and the Giants, officially the best team in the NFC for the 2nd straight year. They clinched the 1 seed in the National Football Conference. So that was an all-around team win. I'd say Barkley bounced back, only 4.5 a carry, but we'll take that every day of the week. He had a touchdown and a receiving score. Jonathan, 317 yards, 4 touchdowns through the air, 2 on the ground. Likely going to be Offensive Player of the Week. Spoiler alert. Over 400 yards of total offense. And of course, Kaiser White, 7 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, a pick, and a 27-yard recovery for a touchdown. Everything played well. Of course, Burrow, the Bengals got their yards, but only 341, 275 through the air. So the defense really stepped it up compared to the last couple weeks. So I can't really be mad at them. So overall, really good performance. Of course, T. Higgins, 4 for 115 and a touchdown. That was all really on one play, but still struggling to cover these wide receiver ones, even though this is really a wide receiver too. Logan Wilson, 12 tackles, a forced fumble, and an interception. Didn't show the forced fumble because it didn't result in a turnover, so he did have one, trust me, but a good game by the Bengals. Linebacker is really nothing else to say other than we played perfectly. 10 for 15 on 3rd down, so only 1 of those 3rd downs we didn't convert. We settled for a field goal. The other 4, we went for it on 4th down and got all 4. So realistically, it was a 14 for 15, 14 and a half, because the 4th down was still productive. We got points, and it was a blowout at that point. We would have gone for it. If it was like a dire news situation, we probably would have gone for it, and with how we were converting 4th downs, we probably would have gotten it. Burrow, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception, by the way, on just about 50% completion, so the defense played really well. On to upgrades, we have 4. Barkley up to a 96, Jonathan up to a 93, Thibodeau up to a 92, and John Rodgers up to a 67. As now on to games across the league. Let's get things started. And Dallas, as the Cowboys play the Eagles, let's get things started with Dak Prescott finding A.J. Henry with a 9-yard score. They lead by 7. Next drive for the Eagles. It's their opening drive halfway 1st quarter. LaMarcus Armstead finds Jarvis Landry, the diving try, a 12-yard score. The game is tied at 7. Next drive for the Cowboys, or actually for the Eagles, they punt. So Dallas gets it back and return all the way inside the 35 by Deion Carey, 20-yard return. Dallas in front by 3. Next Dallas drive, they give to Zeke, and Jordan Davis forces the fumble. It's picked up by Hassan Reddick. Eagles can't get a touchdown, but this game is tied at 10. 2nd quarter for the Cowboys. Next drive, in fact, Dak Prescott finds a wide-open Amari Baskerville for a 16-yard touchdown, 17-10, Dallas back in front. Later in the game, 2-minute drill, he finds Dalton Schultz, a 5-yard score, It's now 24-10. Take it, next drive for Philadelphia. And LaMarcus Armstead trying to do it himself. And he does. A 27-yard rush to get him in field goal range. 24-13, the halftime score. We'll take it. The opening drive of the third quarter for the Eagles. Armstead trying to get back in this game. He finds A.J. Brown, breaks the tackle. 14-yard score. It's 24-19, but they're going to have to go for two to make it a three-point game. And they do. Armstead finds Devontae Smith for the two-pointer. It's a three-point game, 24-21. Next drive for the Cowboys. We talk about backbreakers in the Giants game. This is a backbreaker, 3rd and 4. Gallup, a 17-yard touchdown, 31-21, back up 2 possessions. Next drive for the Cowboys, 2nd and goal. Prescott finds a wide open Amari Baskerville, 2-yard score. It's now 38-21, but they're not done yet. They get the ball back on their next drive. Zeke Elliott puts an ending to this one, 45-21 the score. The Eagles get the ball back. Next drive, and Armstead finds Dallas Goedert in traffic, 10-yard score. They'll go for 2 again. This would make it a 2-score game if they get it. So this is actually important if they want to win it. They go to Gibson. He gets it. It's now 29-45. We take it. Last drive for the Eagles. Last hope on a 4th and 10. Michael Ojemudia ends the game with a strip sack. It doesn't matter who picks it up. It's on a defensive touchdown. Cowboys win it, 45-29. Now to Washington as the Buccaneers play. The Commanders will start with Leonard Fournette, a diving touchdown, 2-yard score. Bucs now in front, 7-0. Next drive for the Commanders. Daniel Jones finds Jahan Dotson, who fights his way in for the touchdown. He had a huge week last week and starts this week out well. 19-yard score. This game's tied at 7. Next drive for the Bucs. Tommy Tremble, 2-yard score. Now 14-7, Tampa Bay lead. Stay that way to the third quarter, halfway through it. Tom Brady finds Chris Godwin with a 4-yard score. Now 21-7. Next drive for the Commanders. Daniel Jones goes and finds Logan Thomas, the fossil. Outraces Shaq Barrett. 18-yard reception. Bucs still in front, 21-10. Stays that way till the fourth quarter. Trying to mount a rally. And Daniel Jones, chased by 33, loses the ball. It's picked up by Tryon Churinka, and Joe Tryon takes over the touchdown. Buccaneers win it by a score of 28-10 with that 32-yard touchdown. And now on to the rest of the games on Thursday Night Football. The Raiders beat the Falcons 28-18. And the rest of the scores on Sunday, the Ravens pummel the Steelers. They've really looked bad recently, the Steelers, that is. The Bills beat the Colts. The Panthers beat the Broncos. The Browns beat the Chiefs. The Cardinals upset the Patriots. The Titans beat the Jaguars. The Texans beat the Chargers. The Niners beat the Jets. The Packers blow out the Vikings. That makes it interesting. The Seahawks blow out the Dolphins on Sunday night. The Saints beat the Rams. Now Monday night, the Bears edge out the Lions 24-23. Now on to the playoff race in the AFC. The Chiefs now in the 1 seed at 11-4. The Bills also 11-4. They're the 2 seed. The Steelers also 11-4. All 3 of those teams have clinched the division. Titans 8-7. They're the 4. In the wild card, it's the Pats, Dolphins, and Raiders at 8-7. You can see the Jets and Jaguars, the first 2 teams to be eliminated from the AFC. They are 5-10. They cannot win 8 games and make a wild card berth. But those Bengals, now on the outside looking in. The Raiders took their spot in the NFC. We've clinched the 1 seed. As we said, the Seahawks can't catch us anymore. The Seahawks and Niners have clinched the playoffs. They are in a tight race for first place in the West. The Panthers are the 3. They jumped the Falcons, and the Vikings, my old brother, 6-9. They are currently leading the North. And the wild card, we said the Niners at 10-5. They're in the playoffs no matter what. Falcons and Cardinals at 8-7. The Cardinals, thanks to the Cowboys' win over the Eagles, they jumped both those teams. Are now in the 7th seed. You can see everyone's in it except for the Rams, Saints, Commanders, and Lions. They've all been eliminated. The Lions were eliminated thanks to the Cardinals winning, and the other 3 due to themselves losing. The players of the week, and offense in the AFC, Lamar Jackson in the win versus Pittsburgh, 223 yards, 3 touchdowns, a 135.4 passer rating, but 2 on the ground along with 56 rushing yards. And in the NFC, it is Jonathan. We see the stats. We've seen him play. He's incredible. Now on to defense. In the AFC, Monty Hooker, 8 tackles, a pass deflection, and interception in the win at Jacksonville. And in the NFC, Michael Ojemudia, 12 tackles. How about that? That's a lot. 2 for a loss, 2 sacks, a pass deflection, and the game-ending strip sack on LaMarcus Armstrong in the win against Philadelphia. On to leaders for passing. It's Callum McCollum, 48, 51 yards. Jonathan, 46 touchdowns. Jones, 33 interceptions. For rushing, Jonathan Taylor, the first over 2,000. He has 20-41, 22 touchdowns. Zeke at 117 broken tackles. Receiving, Stephon Diggs, 13 yards. Terry had 23 touchdowns. Adams, 777 yards after the catch. Wrapping things up with defense. Van Der Esch, 167 tackles. He's back in front. Josh Sweat, 26.5 sacks. And Trayvon Diggs saw 10 interceptions. Week 17 NFL action kicks off with Thursday Night Football between the Titans and Colts. The Sunday slate games kicks off with Cowboys, Commanders, Ravens, Browns, Seahawks, Lions, Falcons, Vikings, Bengals, Steelers, Texans, Bears, Panthers, Saints, Dolphins, Patriots, Eagles, Buccaneers, Broncos, Cardinals, Niners, Rams, Jets, Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders, and on Sunday night, the Jaguars play the Bills, and on Monday night, we play the Packers. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. Be sure to comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time when we face our rivals, the Green Bay Packers.